Alright guys, welcome to Khong Driving, and this is Khong. And with me in the car is Rickval Riza.
Hello.
And he's from Motoring Malaysia.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to his channel too, yeah?
Thank you.
So we are partners in crime.
Subscribe.
We are partners in crime for the next 2 days, and we are heading towards Ipoh in the new Saga.
Hey! Woo!
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a bit of highway driving. Then we're gonna go a bit into the winding road, and then we go into the B roads. And if we have time, we'll do a little bit of city driving in this brand new Saga. Okay.
Yes.
So Rickval, this morning at the presentation, we already done a walk around, yeah.
Yes.
But this morning they introduced the car to us again, and we had a little bit more information. So let's see if I recall it right. They say that they have new NVH, right? They have improved NVH a bit, and so the soundproofing. I'm going to turn the lead car's walkie-talkie down. So the NVH is supposed to have improved, and there is a new head unit here, which we can see.
Yeah, floating head unit. Floating European style of.
Okay, they also said that the brakes have been improved over the previous Saga, and I think it's also for commonization of parts, yeah?
Yeah, because it comes from the Iris and the Persona.
Right, so they carried forward the braking system from the Iris and Persona over to this car. So the Persona itself is a 1.6 litre car, so that means we presume that the brakes are good enough for a 1.6 litre car and a much heavier car. So therefore on a 1.3 they should be quite good.
Yes. From what we heard from the presentation, YS, it's 1 inch in diameter larger.
Larger, yeah.
Yes.
So they are bigger brakes.
Which is always a good thing, because bigger is always better. Look at me.
Okay, I can see the argument. There's more to hug, right?
Hey, wanna try?
Hey, no. I'm pretty straight.
Me too.
Okay, so and then of course this is still the same 1.3 litre engine. Do you know the horsepower?
95
PS, yeah?
Yes.
And the torque is
about 120 if I'm not mistaken.
okay, but anyway, you can watch our
120 Newton meters.
Yeah, you can watch our
Yes.
other video.
Yeah.
But one of the most key changes, or rather the key change in the new Saga, other than the brakes and the floating head unit, and of course there's new headlining. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, this tricord, they call it tricord fabric material thingy. So yeah,
It's a one piece, but the most striking difference is in the transmission. So this is a 4-speed automatic. Okay, and of course the car we're driving is the top of the range lah.
yeah, premium model, right?
Premium model, yeah. This is the 39,800 ringgit dollar. 39,800 ringgit model, yeah.
This is
the top of the range.
Full Monty. That means if you buy a pizza Supreme lah, top of the level is Supreme pizza, nasi lemak with everything on it inside it.
And again, Proton reiterates that theirs is the only full ranger of model that is priced under 40,000 ringgit. The base model is 32,008. That is the manual, yeah, and it's got 14-inch, but this has got 15-inch wheels. Then they have the standard automatic, which is selling for 35,800, and this one is 39,800. So as I know it, the base models, the standard models have got ABS and brake assist, and one more was that EBD, yeah, electronic brake force distribution. And the top of the range has got traction control and electronic stability control, plus hill hold. Yeah, the hill hold will hold your car for about 3 seconds when you're on a slope to give you a chance to shift from the brake pedal to the accelerator pedal. Yeah,
Actually, for that 3,000 ringgit extra thereabouts, right? I think it's fantastic value
it's
for money, right? 4,000 ringgit.
35.8 to 39.8. Yeah, it's 4,000.
Pardon my mathematics.
and also the wheels are bigger by 1 inch.
Yes, everything is bigger and better. You see, bigger is always better, but you pay 4,000 ringgit more. Yes.
Okay, so now we are traveling at highway speeds and we are checking out the NVH. So you can hear me talking, right?
Yes.
Of course, the cabin is a A segment sedan, and we are sitting very close to each other, so close. So we can hear each other talk very well.
At the speeds we're going now, I think we're doing about 110.
It's 110 indicated, and
We are not shouting, so it's a very good thing, right?
and the engine RPM is running at 2,900 something RPM.
Wow.
So this is pretty good.
For A segment, huh?
Yeah, and they have tuned the transmission quite well. It's locked up in 4th gear, unless you floor the throttle. So unless you go to 100% throttle, even up to 80% throttle, you will still hold in 4th gear. And this will give the car a more quiet noise level and allow you to enjoy the gearbox. So there's no hunting, yeah.
Yeah, and that's good also because in terms of economy, you're in the highest gear available. So you should be able to save some petrol there.
Yep.
Slight drizzle here now.
Yeah, the road's a bit wet, so we have 3 cameras on. One from the back, which you can see the road, and then we have one that's the windscreen view. And Rival, you are starting in there.
I am?
Yeah, of course. The camera's rolling.
Of course. Anyway, not too bad the refinement in terms of for A segment sedan. Road noise is, I would say, very acceptable for A segment.
Yeah. The mechanical, the seat adjustment is mechanical, and steering is, let's see,
single up and down.
up and down. That's it. Yeah.
There's
Okay.
there's no reach.
telescoping.
There's no telescoping. Yes. So yeah.
But I think they've done quite a good job with the positioning. It could do with a footrest though. Okay, there's no footrest for the driver. So the left footrest. So that is, maybe they could consider doing that. I would like to have a footrest, especially for going around corners. It's good to be able to brace yourself with your left foot. Yeah.
No, you just have to brace it with the center console, I suppose.
Yeah, put my shin against the center console.
And that's about it. Yeah, but I mean, so far we've been in this car for what, a good half an hour, 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So it is quite comfortable. I can't complain on this drive to what we're going to Ipoh.
Yep.
So far it's okay, it's fine. The seats are comfy. I think it's got the right amount of padding in terms of comfort and also support. I like the sides are quite body hugging. I don't think you can get this much sculpting in the seats.
Yeah, not bad.
For an A segment sedan. I
Yeah.
don't think there are any A segment sedans with this much
Actually, it's very good support. Yeah.
Yeah, so the engineers have done quite well. This was also quite nice. There's some shape in it. It's not just like a square cushion and all at the back for your head to rest on. So I kind of like this car in terms of what they've done to it for its price and its budget. It's quite good. I'm happy with it actually.
Alright, everybody, we're back again, and we are going into the winding road at Lembah Beringin, and this is where we will check out the handling of the Saga plus its ride over some rough roads. And yes, there's one more thing they mentioned this morning. They have modified the steering feel to make it lighter. So it's lighter at city driving speeds, but we know that this is not a speed sensitive steering system. So now the question is, okay, it's good for city driving, but what about on the winding road? Is the steering too light? So that's another thing we got to find out in the stretch that's coming up. And okay, that's the automatic working. We have to turn left somewhere. Alright guys, we are on the winding stretch and we are going to head towards this place called Curling, and we're going to check out the handling of the car on these B roads. Well, one thing's for sure, Proton cars have always handled well, right, Rigwal?
Yes.
And hey, this is no exception, man. We are going at pretty quick clip. Okay, that way.
Okay, the brakes work. The brakes work.
Yeah, the brakes are much better now than the old car.
So yeah, and then okay, right.
Oh, you had the glass down.
You see it not bad soundproofing. You know, in other words, if you think about it, the soundproofing is actually quite good in this car, and now we can actually feel how this new Proton Saga handles in the hands of YS.
Okay, I put into Sokan mode.
Yes, now it's in sports mode, and we're going to see how the Sukan mode really works in the hands of a Sukan driver also.
Oh, the gear shift is much longer, a much higher RPM.
So it holds the gears.
Yeah, it holds the gears
Very
more.
good, very good.
Okay, this is the bumpy part.
Yeah, it seems to handle the undulations quite well.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Actually, I'm quite well surprised.
And you see, okay, now there's a nice sweeping corner. It's a nice sweeping corner. YS is doing it about 110.
Okay, that's within the speed limit.
The speed limit, but highway speed limits are. But it's still the speed limit nonetheless.
Okay, well, I don't know this road very well, so we can't go really that fast.
Yes.
I've got to be careful.
It's a nice road so far. I mean, it's well maintained. Speed bumps.
Okay, there's a speed bump, and yeah, the brakes are pretty good. Okay, as with most cars of this category, when you accelerate hard, you can hear the gearbox, you can hear the engine, because the engine is really working very hard. You know, it's only 1.3 liters.
Yeah, and there's also a bit as what I said. Small, affordable cars, you don't expect a lot of soundproofing, a lot of vibration dampeners. You know, like.
Hey, but they've done quite a good job. You see how we're going through this?
Yeah, I mean, then the best thing is look at me and YS, how we are talking, you know. While even though he's driving quite fast through this all these bumpy roads and undulations, you must remember that I'm not afraid of anything. I'm still quite okay. I can talk like normal. He is talking normal to me. He's also laughing.
Blind trust.
Yes.
Also because I can multitask.
Yeah. So we can multitask and basically do a lot of things at one time.
So I can talk, laugh and drive
at the same time, and listen to my funny and not so funny jokes also at the same time. And the car actually rides very well.
Yeah.
I mean, this road is
actually quite bad.
Yeah, they've patched here, they've patched there. If you can see, it's like full of patches here and there.
See, there's a bump here.
Yeah, there's a.
It's taking it very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is a nice road indeed. It's a bit straight, lah. I mean, we are talking about.
The corners are coming in front.
Yes. High speed refinement in this little Saga is actually quite good.
See, this is the bumpy part. Look how it's taking it.
Oh,
very well.
Oh,
yeah,
look at that. That was a sharp ripple there. So it's good. It's good. Very good.
And the brakes are quite reassuring. I just had to brake to just test them. You know?
Yes.
Hum. Okay.
That was a good test of the brakes and all. And it works, it really works. ABS came on.
Aircon is very cold.
It's a Saga.
Yeah, best.
It's a Saga. I've never known a Saga which has...
See all the patches on the road?
Yes.
See how we're taking it?
This car really can handle.
Hey, not bad, Actually, for 39,800,
Worth it.
it's very, very worth it.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Hey guys, I just want to tell you something. This Getz is a 1.6 and it was sold about 10 years ago. And at that time, this was selling for 60,000 ringgit.
Yes.
Okay. Now today we have, I think it's more than 10 years ago. Today we have a 1.3 Saga, born and bred in Malaysia and selling for 39,800 ringgit.
With more equipment.
Then that gets there.
Yes.
Yeah. This one has got ESC and traction control. You know, in an A-class segment in this price,
Phew. I mean, yeah, seriously. I mean, times have really moved on and changed. We are getting more value for our ringgit, which is already so small these days. I mean, you try and go overseas and see.
No, I think Proton have done a brilliant job.
Yes,
with this. Yeah.
I agree. It's superb in terms of bringing costs down, giving good equipment to the consumer, to you guys out there. It's actually something to be proud of, you know.
You know, in 2008, 11 years ago, I did an article on the previous Saga,
Is it
the BLM.
The BLM.
Okay, and so that one was sold at 29,999.
Yeah,
The base model, you know.
yes.
That was 11 years ago. And with inflation and all being what it is, today at 32.8 for the base model.
Which has more stuff inside it.
Yeah,
It's really
wonderful, isn't it?
wonderful.
Okay, we got in front of that guy. Thank you very much for letting us through. And we are having a bit of a chance to test it on the cornering roads, winding roads, on the way to Curling.
I had nasi lemak in the morning.
So did I.
We both had nasi lemak in the morning, and if the nasi lemak stays inside, it is a testament to the cars and
No, testament to the driver.
and the car also. I mean,
Yeah, of
it all
course,
works
of
together.
course.
I mean, if the driver is like this, enjoys the car, and feels secure to push the car down a nice Malaysian B road like this,
Oh, at a time like this, I
At a
wish I had
time like
pedal
this.
shifts.
of course he would wish to have a
Pedal shifter.
pedal shifter lah. And
Okay,
maybe,
hum on the road, testing brakes.
and maybe pedal shifters, 1.6 liter turbocharged, 17-inch wheels, tarmac spec. You know, that's what he would love lah. Because as a rally champion, you know,
It's crazy.
he would love that in a Saga. You know, we all can dream, right? So let's see what happens.
Well, I don't know if you know Rigval, but remember the Pt.2
Yeah.
rally team? They put Mitsubishi Evo mechanicals in a Saga.
Yes. they
Yeah,
did.
and you did very well.
Yeah, Karamjit was driving.
Yeah, my
last time,
friend
right?
Karamjit can testify to that.
Yes, it was quite a unique thing. Throwing
Okay,
a whole,
we have now come to the junction where we meet the old road.
the whole road to Ipoh.
Yeah, old road to Ipoh. So that ends our winding road section, and we move on to the B road section.
The normal B road.
Yeah. Alright guys, we are now on to the B road, which is actually the main trunk road, used to be the main trunk road from Kuala Lumpur to Penang. And actually, it stretches down south all the way to Johor Bahru. And ever since they built the highway, this becomes the secondary road lah. But this used to be the road that we all took to get to Penang. I remember the old days when I used to go to Penang for the races. This would be the very road. And how does the Saga handle on this type of roads? Okay, we're gonna take the chance to overtake because there's a double lane here. So if you really need the power, you got to floor it and it will change down and it will go, okay, at a reasonable pace lah.
Yeah, it's a 1.3 liter. Don't expect a lot from it. It works as it's supposed to perform.
If you're looking for a car like this, you must look at the price value package, okay? Where in the world can you get a car like this for 39,800 ringgit, yeah? Definitely not out of Malaysia, because then you won't be paying Malaysian ringgit. But in Malaysia, the package is...
That's it lah. That is all you can get. The value given to you is...
See, you can overtake quite well. You just have to floor it.
Yes.
And it will deliver all the power.
Expect 1.3 levels of performance from a 1.3 liter car.
No, I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this. You know, if I have only 39,800 ringgit, I think this will be one of the cars I will be considering very seriously.
I wouldn't mind buying this for my city roundabout, you know, kind of thing. Because it's small, it's just nice, it's still got enough space and all. You know, and it works. I mean, you're talking about a nice gearbox, nice steering wheel and all. Decent levels of equipment for your city commute, you know, your normal drive to work and back. I think it works fine. It should work fine. And now we're in the countryside and it still works fine. So can't complain there.
Okay, there's a bit of noise from the tires, but this is because of the surface, yeah?
Yeah, this is a bit worn out.
It's a worn out surface, so there's a little bit more road noise. But it's quite comfortable. I think the ride is quite good, yeah?
Very. Again, what's the other competitor? The other A segment sedan is not this quiet actually. It's not this pliant in terms of going over bumps and humps. This car has better ride and better handling. Definitely. I mean, I've been in a lot of these Grab cars and all. The other 1.3 sedan is used by a lot of Grab drivers and all. So you're talking about as passenger experience and all. This experience is
we're
so
still
much
in
better.
sport lah. Okay, now let's put it into D. Oh, immediately the car quiet down more.
Oh, yeah, like it's not holding a gear. That
now it's in top gear, and we're running at 90 kilometers per hour. We're running at 2,500 RPM. Isn't that great? Okay, so this one we are looking at 40 kilometers per hour per 1,000 RPM in top gear. Okay, we are going now at so in the back camera you can see here at a bit over 2,000. We are at 80. Yeah, so yeah, it's about 40 kilometers per 1,000. 40 kilometers per hour per 1,000 RPM, which is a lot better than the old one. I remember it was something like 33 or 34 kilometers per hour per 1,000 RPM.
And that was on a CVT, which was supposed to be more efficient overall, right?
Yeah. So this gearing is actually better than the gear that I found on the old one, and so potentially this car can be more economical. Let's see. Trip. Oh no.
Why the hell is it saying what 5 liters per 100 km?
Oh, this is spot consumption. So when I'm driving at this speed, I'm actually 4.5, 4.1 liters, 3.2. Of course, I'm not accelerating. I'm just on light throttle.
Oh.
Wow, not bad. See, so this is the new part of the meter that this is the LCD meter, which is quite good. Now, average consumption is 9.6 liters per 100.
Yeah, with your driving just now.
The type of driving, yeah. So this is a new car. They've just run in the car, and so total odometer is about 1,000 kilometers, and the average fuel consumption, because I didn't reset it. Up to now is 9.6 liters per 100, which is pretty decent. You know, you must consider that I was driving it quite madly.
Yes.
Alright guys, welcome back, and we are on the final stretch of our test. So for this final stretch of the test, we are going to check out the Proton Saga in a city driving environment. So the changes to this Saga is, of course, this is a premium model and it's got 15-inch wheels. So the wheels are a bit bigger and lower profile, and also it's got a 4-speed gearbox, which is one of the major differences between the previous Saga and this one mechanically. So one thing's for sure, we have taken this 4-speed gearbox automatic through the winding roads, and we also took it on the highways, and so far, oh my gosh, Rigval, your fuel consumption is 6.4 liters per 100 kilometers.
Yeah, I brought it down from your 9.1.
Okay, during the exuberant driving, I brought the fuel consumption up, to a worst number of 9.1 liters per 100 kilometers. And then we had lunch, and at lunch, Rigval took over the wheel, and from 9.1 it dropped down to 6.6. Now it's 6.4. Okay, so that's actually fantastic. We should take a photograph of the 6.4, otherwise the viewers will say, hey,
you're lying.
You're lying.
Bluffing.
Okay, I got the picture. Yeah, 6.4. That's fantastic, man. And so the transmission is very good. So despite the fact that CVTs give good fuel consumption, this one is doing just as well with 6.4 liters per 100. So that's about 14 point something kilometers per liter, roughly. My math is not that good.
Mine is better.
Yeah, it's about 6.4 liters. Yeah, about 14 point something.
Yeah.
Almost 15 kilometers per liter. And so
because you're here, I don't need to Google that.
and so we're driving in Ipoh City, in a city environment. Okay, we're going to keep to the left, and driving at about 60 kilometers per hour, you can find that the engine is just barely ticking over at 1,500, 1,600 RPM. So it's pretty good, and it's very nice and silent. So Rigval, do you think the 4-speed gearbox is okay?
I think it's a godsend compared to the earlier gearbox. I'm not a CVT fan, so not a good person to really ask lah. But yes, it works very well indeed in this car.
Yeah, you got to relate it to this car.
Yeah.
How it feels. Is it noisy? Is it smooth? Is it good fuel consumption? So the numbers speak for themselves, and you can hear that we are speaking at normal volume, and it's pretty good. So no problem.
I really like this gearbox now. This car, it actually cuts down a lot of the engine vibration and whatever that you used to come in through the cabin via the CVT gearbox. Somehow the tuning in this, how it shifts, makes this new Saga feel better than the previous one.
And also, I think the absence of a metallic belt for the CVT also means there is no whine. That whining sound from the CVT.
Yes.
So that is eliminated, and so at least this clutch box works, yeah?
Yeah.
So, okay, in conclusion, guys, I think the Saga is worth every cent that you're going to pay. Yeah, this is the premium model. It's 39,800 ringgit. So, hey guys, if you can only afford one car and it's under 40,000 ringgit, yeah, this is the one to go for. And if you still have any more financial issues, you can still buy the standard automatic,
Yeah.
which is 4,000 ringgit cheaper at 35,800. Now that one won't have the ESC and that's electronic stability control and traction control. And if you still have any more issues, then guys, learn to drive the stick lah.
Yeah,
Okay, that's 32,800. So that just about concludes my driving review of the Proton Saga. Hope you enjoyed our review, and also thanks Encik Rival for your valuable input. And don't forget to subscribe to Motoring Malaysia and also YS Khong Driving, yeah? Alright, then till we meet again.
Subscribe.
Till we meet again. Bye.